How's it going, guys? It's Burgas here, and today I'm going to share with you what I'm doing if I'm not playing with mages. Most of you know I'm mage main, but what I'm doing if I don't go with mages. When I go, in this specifically for this video, is going to be when I go with my cavalry. What is the conditions I'm going with my cavalry? I know majority of the people are mage mains, but at this time of the end stage of cow dragons, we also have to think little out of the box and think about other troops on the battlefield and how we can get the best benefit from this troop. So in this video is going to be the cavalry. I have actually two ways to approach the war if I don't want to go with mages. So obviously I'm going to just get back my troops, and I'm going to share with you the first one. And this is a single troop, and this is this legion that I have right now. This is my backship. Yeah, that's correct. I use backship. The reason behind is my backship just awakened. But if you're having heroes like for example Urak is maybe the best fit. Urak and Nea is the way to go. Now, yeah, I know majority of the people know about this combo, but they don't know why is this combo. And the first thing first is Urak is doing splash damage and it's not having anything diffused. So you're going to hit somebody with 1.6 thousand damage and 300 to 2 nearly enemy legions. This is huge amount of damage. So far in Cow of Dragons, Urak was one of the biggest damage dealers until the new heroes obviously come. Right now we're having Freya that is hitting like 4 times. On top of that, it's having 75% chance to do extra physical damage to another nearly enemy legion. So in total it's something like 2000, 4 hits with 500, and this 75%, let's say 3 from these 4 hits you actually do some extra damage. You're going to do additional damage 400. So I can say, since there is no again diffused damage, I can say Frey is better from Urak at this point. So I didn't actually go heavily over Urak because I was waiting for the new cavalry, but one of the way I'm playing is with Nea. Nea is going to be a hero that you're not going to change. Why is that? First thing first, when you zoom out, the majority of the time the enemy cannot actually see your hero coming. Look at this thing. This right now there is some people here, and I'm going to directly strike them. Maybe they're actually zoom in. The reason they're zooming in is just because they're trying to hit something there. Okay, I'm going to just immediately strike, and maybe I'm going to get some hit with my artifact, and I'm going to go. Okay. You know? So you're using Nea with a single legion just because the people cannot actually see your legion coming. Everybody playing like this. Even myself included. I'm playing like this. I want to have good overview over the whole map. But if you're with Nea, you're not showing up on the map. So this is one of the strategy. If you're mage main, this is one legion that you can put aside and play with this legion. If you know, don't want to play with mages, your mages are on hospital, you just don't feel mage today, okay, stuff like this. So this is one of the ways you can approach the battlefield. The second way is with, right now I'm using 3 legions. Why is 3 legions? I want to point out, and this is, I'm going to deploy, this is going to be this legions right here. It's actually Bakshi with Nea. I'm using, what was his name? Theodore with Forondil, and Urak with Tobin. Actually, it's going to be Urak with Nea in the future. I'm going to make some changes, but yeah, why is it 3 legions? Why I'm using 3 cavalry legions? The simple reason behind this is so easy to get 3 artifacts for your cavalry. You're going to have Kingslayer, obviously from the normal artifact draws. You're going to get a Sorrowan Blade. If I remember right, it's also from the normal artifact draws. What is the probability? This is the Kingslayer. On top of that, you're having the Sorrowan Blade. Both of these two artifacts are a suit. The best artifacts in Cav Dragons is a suit one. There is some control one, okay? There is some control one, but you know, like for example, Spiritborn Torque is a control one, but it's a very good one. But the majority of the cases is going to be a suit one. You have a Kingslayer here. You're having a Sorrowan Blade. So already just from the start, you're like two artifacts in front. If you're starting with Cavalry, this is one of the things I want to point out this very clearly, because it's the only troop that is having two suit artifacts. Now we're having Shadow Blades for the marksmen, we're having Phoenix Eye for the mages, but that's all. The rest of the artifacts are very bad. It's very bad. Also, this one is a very good one, by the way. You teleport, you do some damage until you teleport back. So this is also a very solid artifact for Cavalry, but you need to make some training with this artifact. It's not that easy to play with this artifact. So the 3 legions I'm currently using, we're going to make some changes. We're going to make the changes even right now in front of you guys. It's going to be Bakshi with Emrys, Theodore with Forundio, and it's going to be Urak with Nea. I'm no longer going to use Tobin. I just don't like Tobin, it's very weak. But yeah, Urak with Nea. So this is the 3 legions I'm currently using. I have my Bakshi and Emrys Awakened. We was having event where we was selling some hero tokens. You know, you take out the tokens from your heroes and you receive them back. It was like for 3 heroes, and you can boost whatever hero you like. So I make my Bakshi and Emrys Awakened. And this one, Theodore with Forundio, was a legion that, I mean, it's good to go with 3 Cavalry legions just because it's easy to get 3 very solid Cavalry artifacts. Let's put it like this, so you know, to not make people confuse it. And at the end of the day, at the end of the Titan Legacy, in this chest you're going to be provided with spring blades. You're going to have spring blades. So far I was getting the spring blades for a very long time, and my spring blades right now is level 3 if I remember right. No, it's actually level 4. So so, you know, one more time and this is going to be fully leveled up. I have never spent a single key for Cavalry artifacts, and I'm having Spring Blade, like level 4. I have Kingslayer, level 5, example, obviously the example, you need to get some luck little there. And I have Sorrowan Blade, level 5. This is the power of the 3 legions, of the 3 Cavalry legions. That's why if I don't go with a single Cavalry legion when I'm playing with my mages, I go with 3 legions. So what I'm doing on the battlefield, let's talk about this. Well, there is a lot of AFK legions. First of all, you need to have speed. This is very important. You need to have synchronization in your march speed. I have video on my channel. It's like two parts, basically from the best Cavalry players in Cav Dragons. They share their knowledge there in those videos. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Also like the video if you're interested in this type of information, just to help your account and become more stronger. So you can just work around where there is some huge fight and look for some AFK legions on the map. Look at this thing. This is the perfect target. You're going to get some like 3 or maybe 4 mage legions. Kill it immediately. Let's check it out. What else do we have here? Do we have some other legions on the map? But yeah, you get, generally you get the idea. Now, if your legions You can see even more somewhere here. Yeah, but you get the idea. The other thing is, if you want to do a cavalry bombs, this is also a way to approach the things. For example, you're going to fight, I don't know, you're close to push the enemy from the zone, or you're at the middle of the fight. You see how the things are going. You know the enemy is going to get destroyed maybe today or tomorrow. You can just start bombing the enemies. You can just start bombing them with cavalry bombs. So what you're doing with the cavalry bomb, you just throw them. But I want to stress out something there. Is do a cavalry bomb when you're pushing. Don't just go and maybe, you know, the enemy are here, they're waiting you for attacking, and you go with your 3 cavalry and you strike them. You're not going to get good results like this. So if somebody go and grab the attention of the enemy, like this guy with his cavalry, it can be infantry obviously, grab the enemy attention, and this is the moment you want to strike. You want to have as much 3 seconds doing damage with your cavalry as you can. So you need something like a target before you actually charge. Now, what is the good sides when you do a cavalry bombing? We're knowing that you're going to have some days that we're not going to have any kind of fights. So in this situation, you want to have at least your hospital full, and even know that maybe today is going to stop the fighting. You're going to have like maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 million troops in the hospital. So for the next 3 days, you don't care what is going to be, are there going to be some fights or not. Obviously, if you're needing some merits, you can go in the Battle of Abyss, but yeah, if you have fight on the battlefield in your KVK, go at your KVK and grab this Meritito. I strongly suggest. So yeah, this is what I did, like 1 million. I have like 1 million merits already. And this is the 2 approaches that I'm having for my cavalry. I don't want to share like top 5 cavalry legions just because, I don't know, I mean, if I'm mage main, I don't have them. Let's start from there and stuff like this. So I prefer just 3 legion or a single legion. Nea ended up to be extremely valuable hero, and at one point I'm going to focus over her, at least making this spell like level 5. I actually opened this one and I get just for the camouflage. I mean, after all, we're looking for the camouflage, but it's a very solid, a very good hero. So this is my cavalry strategy if I'm not playing with my mages. The reason behind is, yes, if you're, I mean, the majority of my audience is old game player, old players of Call of Dragons, and they are at this stage where they already have their mages full, like me. So this is something that you can put on top of your troops. It's pointless to continue going with mages when you have like 5 already built mages. Better go with cavalry, better go with infantry. But yeah, this is the cavalry video that I'm currently making. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to hit 1 like, subscribe. Wish you a great day. If you want to support my work, you can become a member of this channel. Wish you a great day, and yeah, go check out this video, by the way. Go check out this video. A lot of valuable information there also, or just something funny that is going on. So yeah, thank you very much guys, and bye bye.